One people, one voice. Here we go again. Coming at you. Right in your head dome. And we're talking about today, since we're going into the holidays, what is the real true meaning of Christmas? And from what I've seen in the past, and even right now, quote unquote, we're supposed to be in this economical recession, high rates of unemployment. Nobody's got money. Nobody can spend money. I took a trip to New York this weekend. And understand this. It's all a lie. Like all the political garbage we hear every single day. It's a facade. It's an illusion. American people are so obsessed in sensationalism. All the monopoly. All the gadgets and gadgetries of a shallow, selfish, empty world. The reasons why I say this, I visited a store called the American Doll Place. Now understand me, I don't have a problem with little girls and dolls. But it's the monopoly. It's how they make this doll almost like a goddess. That all the girls in the areas, and I'm not just talking about New York, I'm talking about cities all over the country, gravitate toward this doll. Like this doll is some symbol of success or symbol of status quo. Like Barbie back in the day. And the most troubling part is that right across the bridge, we have victims of the Superstorm Sandy. But I will place pictures on Facebook on how crowded this store was. It was ridiculous how crowded this store was. And the markup on these items are anywhere from 300 to 400%. And understand this. That's what Christmas is in America. It's all about waste. We have victims of the Superstorm Sandy, but yet and still we have little girls buying dolls at $200 a pop. But yet and still I see people suffering without electricity, suffering without homes. Homes destroyed, lives destroyed. Where is our priorities in America? What do we actually care about? Do we actually care about human life? Or do we care about materialistic bullshit? And this hurts me to the core. That we can see the suffering from a tragic storm that took lives away from people that they'll never gain again. But on the other side of that bridge, it's like nothing never happened. We go about our everyday lives like nothing ever happened. That there's nobody on the other side of the bridge suffering. There's no little girls on the other side of the bridge who doesn't even have a doll, let alone a doll that's going to cost you $200 a pop. So I ask you, America, where are your priorities? And it's not just the American Doll Place. That's the delusional idiots who's going to sit outside all night long. In fact, there's idiots out there from all over America. This Black Friday syndrome. You're going to sit out there for 2 or 3 days, camp out of the comfort of your home, for some Black Friday deal. Yet in all intents and purposes, I've worked retail for 35 years. You're not getting a deal. They mark the stuff up. And they're still making a profit off of, once again, your delusionalism of thinking that, hey, this Christmas monopoly about Santa Claus and the reindeers and all this other stuff means anything. It doesn't mean jack. It just means that people get in debt. It just means people buy presents. And the other 364 days a year, they're still turning to the assholes that they were before Christmas. You can call me jaded. Because, yeah, I am a Virgo, and I'm very critical at times and very judgmental. But the case is, I look for truth. Just as I talk to, I look for truth in relationships. I look for truth in anything in this life. Where is truth? What is really the true meaning of Christmas? If the true meaning of Christmas is to help your fellow man, is to give for those who are less fortunate than yourselves, then why has New York forgotten about those people from Superstorm Sandy? Of all the money we wasted and spent in stores like the American Doll place and other stores, this is just not American Doll, it's other stores. Why can't we spend that money on helping these people? I'm on disability. I'm on a fixed income. I gave money to the victims of Superstorm Sandy. And I can't afford it. So it shows you where my priorities are. I'm not saying don't do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. I sacrifice money that I could use to support myself. But I gave to Superstorm Sandy's victims. So when you sit underneath your Christmas tree this morning, this Christmas, America, when you sit at that fancy dinner that you have your friends and relatives over, when you sit in the comforts of your home, around a fireplace, there are people out there who don't have a home. There are people out there who doesn't have that Christmas dinner to go to. They don't even have clothes on their back. When will we understand in this country that human life means something anymore? That if we can go out and spend millions and millions of dollars at Christmas time to suffice the wasteful needs of people, that in all intents and purposes after Christmas, half the stuff gets thrown in closets, down in the basements, and we wind up giving to Salvation Army anyway. So what is it all about? Your own self-gratification, that you bought the best present, that I bought my children something that they don't need. Think about this. Think about suffering children. And it's not those victims of Superstorm Sandy, but kids who are living in poverty in America. Not just America. Kids are living in poverty all over this world. If we're going to spend millions and millions of dollars, in fact, if we spend billions and billions of dollars, let's spend it on people in need. People who truly need the resources that we waste. The resources that we seem every day is non-essential. And I'm not just looking at other people, I'm looking at myself. Because the problem always starts from within. It doesn't start on the outside. It starts from within. I look at myself. What do I waste? And in all intents and reality, I too am guilty of that. Buying my kids stuff that they don't need. that winds up getting thrown in closets. So pretty much, I am too learning to grasp the idea that where do I put my priorities? And I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And of all these New Year's resolutions, let's make this resolution this year that we become more compassionate about people other than ourselves. That we become aware of people around this world who don't have what we have, who doesn't have the luxuries that we have. And the money that we waste on going to a local bar, or going to the clubs, or going to the restaurants, or going to places that we look as recreation, let's spend a few of those dollars and give to the poor. Like that cop who bought a pair of shoes for a homeless man. And what the paradox is, the homeless man took those shoes off and sold them, most likely for a bottle of wine. So what does that tell you? Even as a derelict, America's priorities are still screwed up. So it's profoundly to say, it's not just an America issue, it's a humanitarian issue. It's the innate attitude and characteristics of man. He's never satisfied. So if we expect this society that we live in to change, we're going to have to change. It's like Michael Jackson said, and it begins with me. So each and every one of us, if we hold this philosophy of changing from within, we're going to make a better country. We're going to make a better society. Because daily we examine ourselves. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm out. One people, one voice, one purpose, one choice. Peace.